But yeah, as you know, yesterday Starkware hosted the L2Ps panel, and basically, as you can see from these photos, some representatives of the other L2s, together with with Heli from Starknet, they had this panel where they discussed the L2 scene in general, their technical approach, their differences, their similarities. They also shared some hacks and tips on how to improve, also the user interface. Then they also discussed the upcoming Dencun Dencun upgrade, which is going to shape the L2 space a lot, because due to that, fees are gonna decrease a lot, and it is also going to bring other functionalities, other features that we'll be speaking about later on. And so we had also we also had Vitalik as moderator, and it was given very short notice to know that he would be the moderator of this panel. But I must say that he performed very well. He did it amazingly. And so he moderated the whole space. There was Eli representing Starknet. Eli, who's the president and CEO of Starkware and member of the Starknet board. And then we had Nicolas Leochon from the Linea layer 2, which is the one being developed by consensus, if I remember well. Then there was Togrul from Scroll, Bobin Polygon Maiden, and Jordi Polygon ZKVM. Then there was also Harry Kalodner from Off-Chain Labs, Alex from ZK Sync, and Kelvin from the Optimism Collective. And I think there was also the Risk Zero. The guy came towards the end of the panel, but also Risk Zero was represented, another ZK EVM being built. And you definitely have to check this panel out. You'll find the link in the description below. And very bright discussions for top minds from the ecosystem, and you definitely have to watch it not even once, but maybe even twice to get all the concepts sync even better. And let me know if you watched it, what do you think of it, and your takes. And let me also check the comment. Hello Gochale, how's it going? Hello, very good. So it was an amazing space, and I really enjoyed it. And as I was saying, they also spoke a lot about Dencun, which is going to happen, the Dencun upgrade, which is actually a suite of upgrades, for the Ethereum ecosystem. It is going to happen around March and April. And what is it? Well, actually, the first thing that I would suggest you to do, if you're not familiar with the Dencun word and concept, you definitely have to read this amazing thread by Bankless, and they explained Dencun very, very well. And in a few words, Dencun, as I said, is a suite of upgrades. The most the most important upgrade of this session is definitely EIP 4844, which brings the concept of a blob in the contest. And basically there will be this kind of blob space where which is going to be dedicated to L2s only, and this will also allow, if I remember well, this will also allow layer 2s to decide what to store on the Ethereum L1 and what to store elsewhere, especially when it comes to data availability. And this will result in lower fees. And there will also be, I think, something like a time frame where you can also cancel some features from not some features, some data, okay, related to the transactions. And then there's also like another couple of VIPs that are going to be integrated in Dencun, which are the EIP 4788 and 6780, which are like security focused. Well, one of them will introduce a native oracle for Ethereum, and the second one will apply some improvements on the self-destruct function, which is a very important also characteristic of Ethereum smart contracts. And then last but not least, there's also going to be some EIPs, the 7044 and the 7045, that are going to improve the overall staking experience. So they are related to Starkware. And in the L2 piece panel, they spoke a lot about these upgrades and the implication on the all L2s. And this will definitely improve the overall user experience on the scaling solutions. And definitely, I also like I wrote that basically, the Dencun plus Starknet spatial alignment, I would call it, will bring an interesting spring-summer season. Everybody's speaking about a huge L2 season ahead of us, and there all the scaling solutions are warming up, and the market is aligning. There was the Bitcoin ETF. Maybe there will be an Ethereum ETF very soon. So there are a lot of factors that are converging, and as many people think, this is going to result also in a huge increase and a sort of bull market characterized by scaling solutions and by their adoption, hopefully. And I also mentioned that in my own view, I don't know if you're familiar with the context, but a month ago, some weeks ago, David from Bankless, he posted a take where he said that whether Starknet could be considered the least aligned roll up or not. And some drama also followed up. There were obviously a lot of critics from the Starknet ecosystem, because we all consider ourselves very aligned with Ethereum values and ethos. And as you know, Starknet is one of the few, or the only one among the most important scaling solutions and the most adopted scaling solutions that is not using the Ethereum virtual machine. So this makes Starknet a bit different than the EVM compatible layer 2s, such as Polygon, Polygon ZK EVM, ZK Sync, which are ZK scaling solutions, ZK powered scaling solutions, while there are also Optimism and Arbitrum that are optimistic rollups, but they also Ethereum compatible, EVM compatible, and Starknet is not, because it uses the Cairo virtual machine, right? And it also has a different programming language than Solidity, which is Cairo. And this obviously makes Starknet a bit different. Sometimes this results also in some sort of, I wouldn't call it intolerance or discrimination, something like that. But still, sometimes the perception is that Starknet is something something. Quite. I mean, it is different than the other, EVM compatible chains, but at the same time, it shares the most important thing, which is settling on Ethereum, on the Ethereum L1, which should be, I think, the alignment, the most important alignment principle, right? The alignment principle for definition. And the fact that Starknet is experimenting with something which is not Ethereum EVM compatible is something that should be praised, as also Abdel pointed out in the answers to this kind of take by Bankless. that like also a part of the Ethereum's philosophy is also experimenting with something new, right? And experimenting with a non-compatible, non-EVM compatible ZK EVM, and also with another programming languages that would allow you to do things that are not possible or that are limited by doing with with Solidity, is something that should be praised, in my opinion. And yeah, so I just, and I like if you noticed, the Starknet's community reacted to this kind of drama with the unalignment meme, like build unaligned. I think personally speaking, I prefer saying that Starknet is spatially aligned with Ethereum than saying unaligned. But yeah, obviously, I completely resonate also with the unalignment meme. And yeah, but definitely to me, Starknet is very spatially aligned in a different and original way, I would say. So